Hi, hello, good afternoon. I'm Jures from OSPROV, your handy software to automate your organization processes. Okay, so we're going to continue with our Laravel tutorial today. It's already been the fifth episode. Yesterday, I learned how you can set up the environment for Laravel, how you can program that, but I forgot one thing. What's the text editor to use? I will explain this after this. But today's topic is going to be on the just a basics of programming structure, so at least you can understand how usually a coding a program is structured. All right, so let's move on to today's topic. But before that, let me just recap on what we learned yesterday. So we learned how to set up a programming environment on a Windows system. So now I'm going to show what kind of editor that you can use for programming Laravel. Okay, so yeah, this is the web application that we've created using our Laravel Jetstream. So we're going to use Laravel apps scaffolding using Jetstream. Alright, let me just show you what kind of editor that usually I use. Alright, I usually use this editor called Sublime. It's a free editor, but of course you can donate to Sublime if you're able to. So yeah, just go to Sublime Text Editor. Yeah, sublimetext.com. Okay, you can use other text editor like some people use PHP Storm, and then a lot of people also use Visual Studio, VS Code. But I prefer Sublime because it's quite light and not that heavy usage on the on your CPU usage. So it's nice if you have not so great laptop lah. So you can use Sublime. Okay, after you've downloaded the Sublime, okay, there's a lot of things that you can. Of course, first you can explore on the shortcut. So they have a shortcut. Okay, and then you can have the keyboard shortcut lah. So you can explore on that one. So let's just take yeah, let's take one code. Let me just open one. Okay, let me check what we have here. Okay, we have controller. Okay, let's say I did something like this. Okay. Okay, and then okay, you can have like a shortcut where you can press Control Alternate and then the arrow down, and you can just type. So this is one of the handy features that you have inside Sublime. Normally a lot of text editor already have this, so you can use that one also lah. So there's a lot of shortcuts, so it's nice to increase your productivity. You should learn all this. You should memorize the shortcut lah, especially the common ones lah. Okay, but besides that, you can also have, okay, from Sublime here you can have what we call the Sublime package control. Okay, here package control, the Sublime Text Package Manager. It's like an add-on where you can install the add-on into your Sublime to do some shortcuts. For example, let's say here I click on, okay, to install the package control, you can just click on install now, and they have the instruction how you can do that inside Sublime. So you can click Ctrl Shift P inside Sublime, and then you can install the package controller. So let's say I'm already inside here. I just hit Ctrl Shift P, and then I can have because this one I already installed the package controller lah. So if you haven't installed, you can use this one. so let me just check what else we have. Okay, from this package controller, we have you have a lot of PHP helper, so it can make like these PHP snippets. Okay, you can have like a shortcut. So let's say you want to type, you type class, and then you will have, it will automatically create the scaffolding for that one. So you can use a lot of snippets inside here. So once you already install this package controller, okay, for example in here, hi Sharul, thank you for liking the stream. Okay, let's say, yeah, I can search quickly for the files. For example, let's say, yeah, in here, okay, it's okay, I want to open this file. So you can just hit Ctrl P, and then you can quickly see, for example, I want to open this file. Yeah, so it will automatically go to the file just by searching for it. So you don't have to go through all the folders one by one to find the correct files. Okay, so okay, and then another one, okay, you have, for example, in here you have this blade file, even though it's a PHP file, but actually most of it is HTML. So you sometimes have to PHP blade blade. Let me search for the controller. Yeah, snippets for the blade engine. So you have to also install these blade snippets. So it can highlight the file. This is what we call syntax highlighting, meaning that they put a nice color for you to check on, so you can see the codes. It's make the code more readable. Okay, and then okay, you also have all the shortcut here. You can type, for example, LAY. It will quickly display the value lah. Okay, let's just let me see whether I already installed it or not. No, I don't have the snippets here. Okay, so let's try to install one. Okay, package controller. Let me check install package. Okay, it's going to load the repository. You can see this at the bottom here. Okay, let me check blade snippets for the blade template engine. So okay, let me try install it. So you can see it's installing down there. Okay, so let's try. Yeah, see, I can quickly, for example, if I want to create a layout, I just type the shortcut. Here is okay, example shortcut here. I want to create a layout, so I can just type LAY and create. Hit the tab button and type the name lah. This is an example. Okay, what else do we have? Another shortcut is section. So sorry, yeah. See, it even put the end section. So this is a good way to quickly create your codes if you have this package controller. You install this this packages blade snippets. Okay, so enough about the editor that we can use. So far, do you guys have any question? If you have, please post it in the comments. I try to respond to your comments. You can ask me in English, dalam bahasa Melayu pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Boleh tanya soalan dalam bahasa Melayu kalau anda lebih mudah mengutarakan soalan dalam bahasa Melayu. Okay, jap Okay, sekarang I'm going to teach about the basics of programming lah. So the programming structure, okay, especially for PHP lah. So okay, this one Blade is not a good example to learn on programming because Blade is a mix of HTML. So let's look at the. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, let's take a look at. Okay, maybe models lah. Okay, you can see that for PHP programming, you can see that they have this tag, this sign, the greater or lesser sign, with the question mark and the word PHP. Okay, this is the legacy from, for example, if you using PHP without any framework, basic PHP, because PHP you can mix the code in HTML. Okay, let me increase the font size. Hold on, let me check. Okay, let me make it larger. Okay, all right. So can you guys see it? Hi Farizat, thank you for liking the stream. Okay, you can see that you have this tag because last time if you have a what we call normal PHP, okay, you will have like this HTML, you have all this HTML, you have header, okay, and then you have the body. Okay, usually the raw PHP without any framework, you are going to abandon it here. Something like this. PHP. Okay, and then you will close it. Okay, so you will put your codes here lah. Okay. This is an example. So that's why if you look at Laravel, all the files usually start with this. Even though there's no HTML code in here. But this one is the normal PHP tags to ensure that the application server, the PHP engine can interpret this as a PHP code. Okay, so let's go back and study the basics of the programming. Okay, in PHP, in Laravel especially, okay, they use this concept called class because Laravel is based on PHP with the object oriented so that's why you have this class name. So usually the way that they create a class, you will have this syntax class, and then you're going to have the name of the class, and then this one is one of the mechanics of a class lah. You can extend a class. This one we will learn in advanced topics lah, because you need to understand on object oriented first to know about this lah. But this is not the tutorial for at this moment, because I'm just showing you the program structure or the coding structure. So you can have the class, and then okay, most of the PHP coding will have these braces indicating that okay, this is the start of the example. Here is a class, so this is the start of the class, and then you're going to end the class with the closing braces. Okay, that's an example. Okay, this is a class. Okay, and then for class you have all these keywords in Laravel, meaning that you want to, this one is similar to, if you're familiar with Java, it's like import. You want to import the coding inside here so that you can use later on in your class. Okay, and then here is example where they use this. Here you see that they already have this class here. So let me just check. I can search using, okay, yeah. So this is actually another class from somewhere else that we are using inside our user class here. So you can see that I'm using this file. This Laravel Sanctum has API token. So this is the file. And then from there, I'm going to use. Here is what we call traits. Also, this one is quite advanced for object oriented. But never mind. We just know that when you use has API tokens, what happens is that you're going to have all this method available to you. So you have all these tokens, token can, create token, all this will be available inside your user class. Okay, and then from the class definition, you will have this one is what we call the attributes of the class. Here is you can see that inside the class you have the keyword protected here to indicate that this one is this attribute is not easily accessible outside from this class. Here they have here is called fillable. This one is standard for PHP Laravel. So you have one attributes that are mass assignable, meaning that you can change it using a mass operation. Mass operation meaning that you can do it in bulk. And then one you have attributes that should be hidden. In this case, like password, you shouldn't expose passwords outside of this class, but you can of course use it inside this class. And then the rest you can see that this square brackets. Usually square brackets is to denote array. Array is a kind of special data structure in programming where you can use to manipulate. So let me step back and explain a bit on what kind of data structure that we have in programming lah. Reason why we need this data structure is for to simulate a real life scenario lah. So let's just take one example. Let me open my whiteboard. An example of an array. For example, I have fruits. That's a real life object. So I have many fruits. When you put equal sign, meaning that you want to assign. In this case, let's say I want to have the apple fruits, and then I want durian. And then I want example here is orange. And then you close it, close the brackets. So this is how array is represented in PHP. And in PHP, you will end each line with a semicolon. Reason because if you look at this example, you can see that you can put it multiple lines. So meaning that this one is to make the code readable. But actually, the way that the system will interpret it, will interpret it like this. So it will interpret it as one line. This is like the original how you interpret the how the system will interpret the code lah. But of course, because in PHP, this one indicates the end of the statement, meaning that as long as you haven't reached this semicolon, as long as you haven't reached it, then the PHP engine will consider it as still the same line lah. So that's why you can put it like this. Reason is to make it more readable lah. This one is much easier to read as compared to if you put it in one line lah. Especially if you have a lot of statements and it's getting longer and the line is overflow lah and you cannot see it. So it's better to make your code like this lah. So that's that is one of the best practices that you can follow in PHP programming, and make it a good practice so that the code is readable. Okay, the main function of creating programming, when you create a program or you code, is to make it readable so that other people can maintain it. Reason is because we will work in a team. So sometimes you might do other stuff, but you already code something long time ago. So it's good for somebody else who can take over your job, for example. They can look at the code and they can understand it. So try to make it easily understandable, because we work in the teams, and it makes it makes it much more smoother for your in your daily tasks lah, if you do that. Okay, so that's why we usually need to have some sort of coding standard. Later on I will explain a bit on what kind of coding standard that we can follow lah. Okay, so okay, another programming. Wow, it's raining. The thunder is quite loud. Okay, and then you have, okay, like I mentioned, the string here denote variable. I will later on explain in the next episode what is the meaning of variable, so that we can understand this much better and in detail. Okay, so that's all for now. Thank you for watching. So before I go, do you guys have any question? Oh, okay. Ada buat personal tutor tak? Pan, buat masa ni belum ada lagi. Tapi tengoklah, kalau in the future kita plan macam kita nak buat macam course ke, yang proper course, mungkin kita boleh consider lah. Tapi buat masa ni belum ada lagi lah. Ni pun kita pun baru je start buat. Jadi yalah, itu dia. Okay, lain-lain ada soalan tak? Ada soalan mengenai contohnya kalau nak pakai editor lain ke? Editor lain ada je banyak boleh pakai. PHP Storm pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Cuma saya suka pakai Sublime ni sebab dia ringan. Itulah perkataan dia dalam BM lah, ringan. Jadi dia tak berat lah. Kau nak buka selalu berat kan. So alright. Okay, lain-lain ada? Ada soalan lain? Saya nak tanya sedikit. Okay, boleh, tak ada masalah. Nak PM, you can PM me, you can PM on the OSPROV page, ataupun kalau you nak PM saya punya Facebook pun boleh. Facebook saya Jures, so boleh search juga. Okay, kalau tak ada apa-apa soalan, okay, thank you guys. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to talk about variables. So kita will be detail on the variable, and maybe I talk a little bit about data structure lah. Sebab kalau kita macam tadi I just explain one array, tapi sebenarnya kita ada banyak data structure dalam programming ni lah. So untuk banyak jenis lah benda yang kita boleh buat lah. Okay, alright. Terima kasih. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this page, OSPROV, if you haven't liked it yet, because you will receive the notification when we go live. Also, please turn on the notification. And then, okay, definitely please share, because if you share, a lot of other people who still doesn't know about us, they can also benefit from learning how to code in PHP Laravel lah. Actually, we have a project lah later on. Once we have our community, the OSPROV Laravel programmer community ni, bila dah banyak, nanti kita ada special project nantilah. Itu nanti I cerita in the next tutorial video lah, atau bila-bila nanti kita akan cerita lah. Sebab ada benda plan kita nak buat lah, especially untuk nak menangani keadaan sekarang COVID-19 ni, ramai kena buang kerja dan sebagainya. So kita ada benda yang kita nak try tolong lah diorang ni semua. Tanya sini lah, kami pun nak belajar juga. Okay. Okay, faham. Kalau you comfortable, you tanya, tak ada masalah. Okay, ada soalan lagi tak sebelum nak tutup ni? Okay, saya kira 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, kita end stream hari ni. Thank you. Bye.